Happy Sunday. Today we are learning English with 2.5 Men, so let's get started. Hey there, how's it going? Thiago here, and welcome to another video for the Media Corner series. Today we are talking about 2.5 Men, one of my favorite sitcoms of all time, and I've already done an episode on 2.5 Men before here on the channel. This is the second video I'm doing on this show, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna have a few laughs and learn some English in the process. Before that, though, subscribe to the channel here if you're interested in learning to speak English with more confidence, accuracy, clarity, better flow. And check out my private community and pronunciation course. My private community allows you to interact with other members, other English learners, share information with each other, get together for live meetups. You can meet me once a month for a live Q&A that we have. You can also unlock exclusive content that is not available here on my public channel. And my pronunciation course, that's another product, teaches you the main sounds of the English language, the main connected speech patterns that you hear native speakers using in TV series like 2.5 Men, for example. Learning about this stuff will help you better speak English, improve your fluency, your flow, your clarity, and also better understand media and fast-spoken English. All of the links can be found in the description of the video, in the pinned comment below. And, well, without further ado, let's get started here with 2.5 Men, all right? So let me share my screen. Okay, so a little bit of context, all right? 2.5 Men is about two brothers, Charlie and Alan. This is Charlie. He's the oldest brother. Alan is his younger brother, and Alan has a son, Jake, who is Charlie's nephew. In this clip here, Jake is already a teenager, and he gets drunk for the first time. He buys some beers with a friend, and he gets drunk. And then Charlie goes to pick him up. So let's see what happens here.
What the heck took you so long?
Believe me, I came as quickly as I could.
You see there, Jake is saying, what the heck, right? Listen again.
What the heck took...
What the heck? Heck here is a euphemism for hell. Maybe you don't want to say hell, which can be a stronger word. So you can use a less strong word, a weaker word like heck. It's a euphemism. What the heck took you so long? Why did you take so long to pick me up?
Took you so long?
Believe me, I came as quickly as I could. What the hell is that?
Look at that. Charlie's asking, what the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
But you see, he doesn't necessarily say what the hell. He just cuts out the what here, and he says, the hell is that? The hell is that? This is short for what the hell is that? All right?
Shut up, Pretzel. You want some?
No, thanks.
It's got jalapenos.
Jalapenos are pepper. Yeah, it's a kind of a chili pepper, all right?
It's got jalapenos.
You're gonna regret that.
What do you mean?
You'll see. Where'd you get the booze, knucklehead?
Ah, very nice. Take a look, guys. Look.
You'll see. Where'd you get the...
Where'd you get the booze? Knucklehead. First of all, a knucklehead is a stupid person, dumb person. Yeah, it's a way to call someone dumb, stupid. Yeah, knucklehead. All right. Booze means alcohol. All right. It's a informal word for alcohol. So any kind of alcohol, it could be beer, it could be vodka, whiskey. It doesn't matter. If there is alcohol in it, you can refer to all those kinds of drinks as booze. Okay. And notice that Charlie asks, where'd you get the booze? Where'd you get the booze? Think a little bit. Where'd you? What contraction is that? Where apostrophe D. What is this D there? Think about it, right? This is a contraction for did. The auxiliary verb in the past, did. So the question here in full form would be, where did you get the booze? But he's contracting. Where'd you get the booze? All right? This is one connected speech pattern. Yeah, this reduction of did. Instead of where did you, he goes, where'd you? You learn this and many other patterns in my pronunciation course, by the way, in detail with exercises for you to practice this stuff. All right?
The booze, knucklehead.
I did what you told me to do.
I did what you told me to do. Yeah, he doesn't really say to do, but do. What you told me to do. What you told me to do. Listen again.
Where'd you get the booze, knucklehead?
I did what you told me to do.
Nice, right? And even here, look.
Get the booze, knucklehead.
I did.
The T and the Y there for what you, he goes what you. So I did what you told me to do. What you, that's another connected speech pattern, this T plus Y combination. And the two is reduced there from to da. So I did what you told me to do. I did what you told me to do. All right? Listen again.
Get the booze, knucklehead.
I did what you told me to do. Me and Gabe gave money to a creepy guy to buy his beer.
Yeah. A creepy guy. If someone is creepy, that person is kind of standoffish, scary. You don't want to deal with that person, you know? And notice that he says me and Gabe, you know? I would say Gabe and I, all right? But, you know, he's drunk, yeah? Me and Gabe, I think it's okay, but, you know, to me, it sounds more correct to say Gabe and I, all right? But anyway, gave money to a creepy guy to buy his beer. All right. So since they are teenagers and underage, they're not allowed to buy beer. So they gave this creepy guy, maybe a homeless guy, some money and asked him to buy them beer.
Buy his beer.
Jake.
His name was Satellite Jack. He said the government stole his kidneys. Is $20 too much for a six-pack?
A six-pack here is a six-pack of beer. You know, those little packs that come with 6 beers. All right.
Not when a guy with no kidneys named Satellite Jack is buying it for you.
This is a good word to define, guys. Kidney is an organ that you have responsible for filtering out, let's say, impure stuff from the things you drink, right? So it's a very important set of organs that we have, the kidneys.
No kidneys named Satellite Jack is buying it for you. Where'd you get the $20?
Again, you see, so Charlie doesn't say, where did you get the $20? But where'd you get? Where'd you get?
Where'd you get the $20?
It was a bribe from my father.
It was a bribe from my father. So when you bribe someone, you have information on that person, you know, maybe sensitive information, and you threaten to disclose that information, to reveal that information if the person doesn't give you some money, for example. So apparently Jake here, he bribed his father. Yeah, maybe he saw his father doing something wrong. And then he said, hey, I'm going to tell mom that you did this if you don't give me some money. And then, you know, Alan, his father, gave him some money. So it was a bribe from his father.
You're kidding.
I know.
Nice, right? I mean, look at the reduction here. Charlie says, you're kidding. You're kidding. He's not really saying kidding, which is okay too. He's going kitten, with that glottal sound.
The $20.
It was a bribe from my father.
You're kidding.
You see? You're kidding. You're kidding. You can say you're kidding or you're kidding with a flap sound.
I know. For a cheap guy, he can be surprisingly generous.
That's true.
Deep down, I love him. And I love you too.
Great. Everybody loves everybody.
This is interesting, right? I mean, I don't understand why we do this, why some people are like that, but you know, right? I mean, when we go to a party, there's usually that friend or that family member that drinks a little bit too much and then, you know, starts loving everybody, hugging everybody. Oh, I love you, man. I love you, man. I mean, that's funny.
So where's your friend?
Gabe, he ditched me when I started throwing up, the bat rastard.
Okay, let's go back here a little bit.
He ditched me.
So where's your friend? He ditched me. This means he abandoned me. So his friend abandoned Jake. When he started throwing up, yeah, when you throw up, you vomit. And then he calls his friend bat bastard. Actually, what he means here is rat bastard. Okay, the term here is rat bastard. But, you know, remember that he's drunk, yeah? So, you know, when you're drunk, you tend to, you know, confuse some words and not speak them correctly. So bat rastard. That's part of the humor here, actually.
When I started throwing up, the bat rastard.
Get out of the car.
What?
I just had a detail. Get out.
Ah, that's very good. Look, get out of the car and then...
Get out of the car.
What?
I just had a detail.
I think the subtitles here are not really accurate. I think he said, I just had it detailed. Okay, it, the car. When you detail your car, you send it to be cleaned and washed thoroughly. You know, when they really clean the outside of the car and the inside as well, like super clean the car, and it even renovates the car. It makes the car look brand new again. So Charlie just had his car detailed, like, you know, it's crystal clean. Yeah. And Jake is not feeling very, very good because of the booze. So he might throw up very soon.
Detail. Get out, get out, get out.
All right, but I'm telling you, I'm all done throwing up. Oh, see what you mean about those jalapenos. Listen, my mom still thinks I'm studying at Gabe's house, so I don't think I should go home at this time.
Well, what do you expect to do?
What do you expect to do? So the pronunciation here, yeah, he says, what do you? What do you? Not what do you, but what do you? What do you? What do you expect to do? The T for expect is even dropped. He doesn't say expect to do. Imagine there's only the 2 for 2. So expect to, expect to, expect to do, expect to do. What do you expect to do?
I don't know. Are you up for an R-rated movie?
I don't know. You up for an R-rated movie? When you ask a person, hey, are you up for this? Are you up for that? It's the same as asking, do you want to do this? All right. So you up for is like, do you want to do it? So the question here is, you up for an R-rated movie? Do you want to go see an R-rated movie? An R-rated movie is a movie that contains mature topics in it. Maybe violence, sex, drugs, you know. And R here stands for restricted. It's a movie that has restricted viewership. So people who are underage, like teenagers, for example, are not allowed to watch this movie alone. At least they should be accompanied by an adult. Okay?
Boobies, no violence.
Boobies is another word for breasts, you know? Boobies, no violence.
Uh-oh.
Step away from the car.
Nope. False alarm.
Wait for it.
Wait for what?
So Jake is throwing up a lot because of the beer, yeah?
Oh, how about that?
You get any on your shoes?
A little.
There's a plastic bag in the trunk.
The trunk of the car is that part that you just saw opening. You know, it's the back of the car, the behind of the car where you usually put the bags and the baggage, you know? So the trunk, look.
There's a
You see? Trunk. The trunk of the
plastic
car.
bag in the trunk. Remove your shoes and place them in the bag, then seal it and put it back in the trunk.
Okay.
Then climb in after it.
Okay, so that is Jake's evening, okay? Jake got drunk with a friend, and now Charlie's taking him home. Now, at the same time here, Alan, you know, this is Jake's father, right? Alan has always been, let's say, a correct guy, yeah? Like, he's always tried to do everything right. And this time, in this episode, he's trying to date 2 women at the same time, just like Charlie. Charlie, you know, in the series, he drinks a lot, and he also goes out. He dates many women, sometimes at the same time, you know? Alan has never done this, but in this episode here, he is trying for the first time to date 2 women at the same time. So let's see what happens here.
Alan,
Surprise.
I thought you were with your son go-karting.
Yeah, listen, I lied about that, but you know, I can't lie anymore. I was with another woman, but all I could think about was you.
So Alan is telling the truth, yeah?
I'm a one-woman man, and Baby, you're that woman.
Who is it, honey?
But she's got another guy in the house, so.
Just a salesman. Go away.
Wait, are you seeing someone else?
Get lost.
That's a nice expression, get lost. When you tell someone, hey, get lost, you are telling the person to go away, get out of here. Yeah, get lost. All right?
But I thought we had something special. Who's in there? Are you married? Because I really thought that.
I love Alan's physicality in the show. The actor, John Cryer, I love his physicality in the show. It's really funny, man. Wait for it. Back home, here we have Charlie and Jake.
Your body's sending you a message.
Yeah, it's saying I should really chew my food more.
Chew your food, right?
Message.
Yeah, it's saying
When you chew your food, you do this. Yeah? Usually, when you eat something, first you should chew the food before swallowing it, right? This is chew. It's a verb, chew, right? Notice that the pronunciation here is chew. You chew your food when you eat it, right? It's a cha-cha sound. The CH is a cha-cha. Don't confuse that sound for chew here with the number. The number is number 2. Number 2. Two, you see, it's lighter. The T for 2 is a light T. It's like a ta, 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 ta. So number 2, but the verb is chew. Don't say number chew, all right? So number 2, and you chew your food, all right?
I should really chew my food more. Look at that shrimp. You could wash it off and serve it again.
Your body is also telling you that alcohol is poison.
If it's poison, why do you drink it?
Because there are things inside of me I need to kill.
I love that line, man. Your body's telling you that alcohol is poison. Oh, why do you drink it then? Why do you drink it so much? Because there are things inside of me I need to kill. I love that line.
If it's poison, why do you drink it?
Because there are things inside of me I need to kill.
Connected speech here. Notice that Charlie says inside of me. Listen again.
Because there are things inside of me I need.
You see, so he doesn't say inside of me, but of is reduced to a schwa sound, and he goes inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, inside of me, not inside of me. So there are things inside of me, all right? I need to kill. So?
If it's poison, why do you drink it?
Because there are things inside of me I need to kill.
You can't kill bad feelings with alcohol, Uncle Charlie.
Right.
And you can't stuff your emotions with cupcakes. Please.
It's a nice word here, stuff, right? Look, you can't stuff your emotions with cupcakes. To stuff your emotions here means to suppress your emotions. Maybe there's a negative emotion you don't want to feel anymore, so you suppress it. You stuff it with, some people do it with alcohol. Jake did it with cupcakes, like eating a lot of cupcakes.
And you can't stuff your emotions with cupcakes. Believe me, I've tried.
I'm sure you have.
If you ever need to talk about any of this stuff, I'm here for you.
More connected speech, guys. Listen, he says, if you ever need a talk, not need to talk, but need a talk, need a.
If you ever need to talk about any.
Did you hear that? If you ever need a talk, if you ever need a talk, if you ever need a talk, not need to talk. All right? So listen again.
I'm sure you have.
If you ever need to talk about any of this stuff, I'm here for you.
Good to know.
Whoa, felt that one in my nuts.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Whoa.
I felt that one in my nuts. Nuts here refers to his testicles, okay? Nuts can be a very informal, colloquial way of referring to a boy or a man's testicles. You're nuts.
Felt that one in my nuts.
Hello? Anybody home?
You gonna rat me out?
You're gonna rat me out? Look again.
Home?
You gonna rat?
So when you rat a person out, you reveal that person's dark secret, let's say. Yeah. So Jake is saying, hey, are you gonna tell my dad that I got drunk? Are you gonna rat me out?
Rat me out?
Jake, buddy, how could you even ask me that?
Hey, what's going on?
I love his delivery here. Hey, what's going on?
Jake took the $20 you gave him and got drunk with a friend.
Interesting. You see more connected speech here, guys. He doesn't really say gave him. It's almost like he's going, gave him, gave him, gave him. The H for him is dropped. He only pronounces M and gave him, gave him. The $20 you gave him. And by the way, $20 is $20. Yeah. A buck is an informal colloquial word for dollar. $20, $20. But listen to this part. You gave him, you gave him, you gave him. Really reduced. Yeah.
Jake took the $20 you gave him and got drunk with a friend.
And really fast.
Oh. Bad boy.
So, how about a beer?
Maybe Jake got traumatized, with his experience. How about a beer? No thanks.
Never again.
Neither.
This is interesting, guys. Jake is saying never again. In other words, I will never drink again, or I'm never going to drink again. Alan, his father, is agreeing with him, not about drinking, but about dating two women at the same time, right? So he goes, me neither. So remember this little rule, okay? If you agree with someone and the sentence is affirmative, you use to, okay? So imagine your friend says, I love movies, and you want to agree. You can say, me too. You see, you are agreeing with a positive sentence, all right? But if you want to agree with a negative sentence, then you're going to use either or neither, okay? So, for example, I don't like documentaries. And then you want to agree, yeah, me neither, okay? So Jake is saying, I will never drink again, for example, never again. Never is a negative word. And Alan is agreeing with that negative statement, me neither. So it would be wrong for him to say me too, okay? Let's go back here a little bit.
Never again.
Neither.
You know what the problem is? The women, the drinking. You guys look at me and you think it's easy.
Because, Charlie's the one who does that. Yeah, he drinks all the time. He's always dating different girls, So, yeah, you look at me, you think it's easy.
But what you don't see is all the years of hard work and dedication it took to make me the happy-go-lucky, drunken-ass wrangler I am today.
Oh, okay. Lots of nice words here to end. You see, it took him many years to become this happy-go-lucky, drunken-ass wrangler. Whoa, okay. So if you call someone a happy-go-lucky person or a happy-go-lucky something, you mean that that person is always excited, always upbeat, always living life in a carefree way, careless way, just enjoying him or herself. It's a happy-go-lucky type of person, Drunken ass, well, if you refer to someone as a drunken ass something, yeah, you mean that person drinks a lot. That person is always getting drunk, Now, wrangler is an interesting word. The literal definition here is a person who works on farms, for example, and who has to handle farm animals, like bulls and cows, usually animals that are not so easy to handle, yeah, because they're big, right? That's a wrangler. But here, figuratively speaking, it could mean a person who is able to juggle or able to manage 2 or 3 challenging situations at the same time. Like, remember, Jake got drunk with a friend, you know? Alan tried to date 2 women at the same time, but, he wasn't successful at that. Charlie does all of that. He drinks all the time and he's able to have multiple dates at the same time with different women, So in that way, in that sense, he's a wrangler because, he's able to, let's say, successfully juggle or manage more than one thing. Okay. That's what it means here. All right. And guys, that's pretty much it. That's a little bit of 2.5 Men and we are done. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Media Corner. I hope you had a lot of fun and I hope you learned some English today. Don't forget to check out my private community, my pronunciation course. All the links are here in the description of the video in the pinned comment below. Subscribe to the channel here on YouTube so you don't miss a single new episode. Share this video with another friend of yours who likes 2.5 Men, who likes to learn English with movies or TV series. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Guys, I'm Thiago. I'm signing off. Happy Sunday again, and I'll see you soon in the upcoming video. Bye-bye.